Some people feel that I rage a little bit too much at Dead by Daylight, but I think it's very important that if you're ever watching me play and listening to my ramblings and my quote unquote rage, it's very important for you to pay attention to like my actual mood. If I'm able to flip between yelling at the game and going into like a calm talking to chat or a calm conversation or something like that, I'm not actually like pissed off. Sure, I'm probably frustrated, but I'm a comedian. I know how to turn my frustrations into funny rage moments, right? If I'm ever truly upset with Dead by Daylight, you'll find me turning it off pretty quickly. I've had days where I'm just not in a good mood and I get on and I'm getting pissed off and I'm getting tilted. And so I'll just turn the game off because I have advocated very many times in the past that if you are ever at a point where the game is just making you really, really pissed off and really, really upset, you need to turn it off. You need to play something else, do something else, stop rage queuing because it is not healthy for you. It's not healthy for the people around you. I've made an entire video on this. The reason that I bring this up is because I feel like a lot of people think that I am a hypocrite when I tell people not to take this game that seriously. And I'm not saying you shouldn't try to win or you shouldn't like put your best foot forward. Look, if you want to sweat your balls off every match and go for high ass win rates and make streak content, you know what? Go for it. I actually encourage you to play the game the way you think it should be played. I encourage you, even if it is something I find cringe and toxic, right? If you're four-man bleeding out or you're fucking bringing flip-flop boil over to the top ropes of Eerie of Cox or every fucking match or top ropes of Ormond and stuff like that, I hate you. I think you're a fucking loser. But you know what? Go for it. Have fun the way you want to have fun. Play the game the way you want to play it. And if that includes taking every match really seriously and trying your hardest to win, then fucking Godspeed to you, you future comp player. I'll be rooting for you from the sidelines. But I think that a lot of people, when I say people take the game too seriously, I mean that some people bring it from gameplay into personal territory, and some of you let this game affect you in ways that I'm just very, very concerned with. No matter how angry a match of Dead by Daylight makes me, no matter how pissed off I am, no matter how ready I am to scream and break things, the second that end screen shows up, I forget everything. That's why you will see me like cursing the killer out and calling him a fuck cunt who won't get out my ass and fucking insulting them and their mothers and all this other shit. And then as soon as the game's over, I'm like, GG's, man, good to meet you. Because I don't care anymore. Because as soon as the game is over, I don't fucking care. As soon as that match ends, it's ending. That's why I think in-game toxicity is fucking weird. That's why I think that if you go against a streamer and they do something you didn't like, and then you go into their chat to start bitching about the thing that they did that you didn't like, it's fucking weird. Because you have then taken what was happening in the game into the rest of your life. And it just that doesn't sit well with me. I think that's completely and utterly unhealthy. What started this entire video and what started the premise of me talking about this was I was playing a game of Survivor. And in the very beginning of the game, we had a night on Swamp. And from the instant the Fung saw the knight, she went over to him, let him down her, and then tried to give up on Hook. And then when we saved her, she ran back to him to let him down her to get her out of the game. Fine, whatever. You don't want to play against Knight. It's not my business. It sucks, and I really wish you would have DC'd so we could get a bot instead, but whatever. The Knight technically kicked our ass, but he ended up letting me and another player go, basically out of the kindness of his heart. So remember, the Fung gave up in the beginning of the match. And again, it's whatever. I'm not bothered by that. I don't care. But then when we finish the game and we get to the end game, as soon as that screen comes up, she typed in, ready to go, ready to hit enter, said, pick a less boring killer to play. Zzz. So, to summarize events, she saw the knight, gave up, and then waited 10 fucking minutes so she could type at him to play a different killer. Do you understand the level of cringe that is? Do I need to explain how weird that is? Like, this is what I'm talking about taking this game too seriously. You were so mad, so upset, not even at the way the killer was playing, not any of that, at the killer that they picked. You were so pissed, so ungodly angry at the killer they picked that you gave up and then waited for the entire match to play out so that you could yell at them for the killer that they played. Do you understand the ridiculousness that is? Listen to me. There's a point where you have to sit back and think to yourself, am I taking this game too seriously? Do I think that this game is that ungodly serious that I need to do this? Because I have never understood flaming people in video games, right? Like, if someone's being like a legitimate, like, terrible person, like they're slinging slurs and shit like that, then yeah, go for it, right? But I've never understood just complete, like Overwatch, for example, right? Like in Overwatch, if you're performing badly, you can almost guarantee that one of your teammates is going to start flaming you for it. Like, what's the purpose of that? What is the purpose of yelling at people for things over a video game? What is that going to get you? Right? Because when I yell, like 99.9999% of the time, it's for comedic effect, right? Because some people find rage funny. Some people don't. It's up to you. I don't really, if you don't find me funny, you don't find me funny. That's not what this is about. What this is about is, if you are sitting there and you're like going out of your way to attack people outside of the match because of things that happened in the match of DBD, you're weird. If you're going out of your way to like bully and flame someone because they didn't play, like, okay, I get it, right? Solo queue is a fucking nightmare. It's an absolute amalgamation of weird decision making and confusion and all of this stuff. And I've talked about solo queue a bit in the past, but the main thing that I want to bring up for this video is that you don't know what's happening in other parts of the match. Right? You don't know what's going through their heads. You don't know why they're making the decisions they're making, right? And even I fall victim to this shit sometimes, where I'll see somebody make a decision and I'll be like, why the fuck? What are you doing? What is wrong with you, right? But I can't always understand their thought process. Sometimes maybe they're just straight up panicking. Right? Like, sometimes maybe they're just like, crap, I don't want to get killed. What do I do? And they just start, and then sometimes it's just a straight up dumb decision, and maybe they're just making it because they don't know how to play. But I would never bring that up in the in-game chat. Like, okay, so like the other day, or today rather, I went out of my way to sacrifice a hook state so that somebody who was slugged could get picked up by another team member. And then while I'm getting hooked, instead of the person who got picked up running away, they just sat in the area and crouched in a corner. They got picked up and then they walked to a corner and they just crouched down in fucking plain ass view for the killer to know where they're at. And then they got downed anyway. So I sacrificed a hook state for nothing. Did that piss me off? You damn right. I was like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you? But you know what I didn't do? I didn't fucking type in the in-game chat, oh my god, you stupid fucking Yoon Jin, why did you let me sacrifice myself for you? You fucking uninstall, kill yourself. And that's another fucking thing, right? Why are you going out of your way? Like, I'm a Twitch streamer, right? Okay? People come into my fucking chat all the time with salty ass shit. I get salty messages day in and day out. It's some of the funniest fucking shit I've ever seen in my life. But people come into my chat all the time and they're like, kill yourself. You're fucking fat. You're ugly. You're a piece of shit. Fucking stupid ass. Uninstalled. Nobody likes you. Everybody hates you. That's why you only have 3 viewers, right? And most of the time I have like 10 or 12 or 15. But the point is that take what happens in the game and then you bring it outside of the game. And that's what I mean when I say that people take this game too fucking seriously. You need to just slow down, breathe for a second, and realize that once the game is over, it doesn't matter anymore. What happened in that match? If you got 4-man bled out for 4 minutes and the killer started fucking doing that stupid cringe-ass humping motion over and over again, that doesn't matter. It literally matters 0 once you get out of the match. It negative matters. None of that affects you. It doesn't affect your future games. It doesn't affect your life in any significant way. You literally, even as a streamer, even as somebody who's playing this game is my fucking job, this is how I pay my bills, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Why do I care what this particular person is doing to me in the match? And as cringy as I find things like BMing to be, you almost never see a reaction. I have had multiple people in my stream be like, oh, if they would have did that to me, I would have been raging and slamming my desk. Why? Why? It's just fucking, oh, the ghost face down me and now he's teabag humping me. Oh, look, never mind. You stupid fucking toxic piece of shit. Why do that? Because all they want to do is fucking put you in their TikTok compilation. It's going to get like 20 views, bro. That's all that's going on. They want to put you in there. They want a picture in their mind, right? I did a full video on this before about the rampant toxicity of the Dead by Daylight community and how they want to get you angry. They want to piss you off because in their mind, making other people mad at the video game gives them an erection, and then they go furiously masturbate. And so your anger, you giving into that is doing nothing but handing them the satisfaction that they made you upset. And so I think it's very important for people to just take a step back for a while. Why do you think I left for 3 months with the full intention of quitting the game for good? Do you think I did it because I just felt like a change of pace? No, I did it because I realized that this game was turning me into somebody who was letting the game affect my life, which is why I've sworn coming back, I've sworn to never do that again. If it ever happens again, I will take breaks, extended breaks, because that's what you need to do. You need to figure out how to balance your life and your behavior around having stuff happen to you in games you don't like, right? And this isn't just for losing either. Some people are fucking sore winners. Like, I can't count the number of times that I've had people get a 4-man out and then they stop at the exit gate and teabag for 97 hours because they think they're like, ha ha ha, I won, you stupid piece of shit, ha 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 ha. And then they fucking come into my stream and they're like, ha ha, rolled you. And I'm already queued up for the next match and talking about how my mom just brought me a blender. Like, wait, what the fuck are, okay. It's just weird behavior. And now I've rambled on for almost 13 minutes. So I really appreciate you guys listening in to my rant for today. I had to talk about it. Just seeing it constantly has been, But as always, I want to hear your opinions on the subject. I don't just make these videos to spout my opinions at you. I also like hearing your thoughts as well. And a special thank you to my channel members, Cat Lover, Nuclear Bomb, and Spirit Upgrades for their additional support. If you want to become it. If you want to find out how to become a channel member today, then please click that join button down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.